welcome to a brand new vlog. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. If you guys are new here, then hello and welcome. My name's Josie. We share 3 roughly hour-long vlogs of our life here in the Cotswolds here on YouTube every single week, and I'd love it if you hit subscribe if you are new and join me for the videos. We also, I feel like I'm giving a little bit of an intro. We also run a couple of beautiful holiday cottages, Strawtop Cottage, which are the perfect place for you to stay and enjoy exploring the Cotswolds. Over on Instagram, I'm 𝑗osieLDN. What am I doing? Where has this come from? I don't know, but here we go. Reintroductions, nice to meet you. And if you are into your interiors, you can follow our home on Instagram, which is Old House Our Home. I'll leave a little preview of our home Instagram account on the screen here. This is the only room which is light and pink and girly. The rest of the house, as I'm sure most of you who watch the videos regularly know, it's quite dark and cozy vibes, but I felt like I hadn't really made an effort in quite some time with my hair or my makeup, so I thought today I would treat myself to a little bit of pampering. So hence the air wrapping, which I used the brand new, it's called the Strawberry Bronze Air Wrap, and boy oh boy, I forgot how fabulous air wraps make your hair. They really, really do. And I even had a play about this morning with some new autumn makeup, which makes a real difference because actually this morning was when I filmed the end of the last vlog that you'll have seen. And if you watched to the end of that last vlog, let me tell you, I'm still mopping up the tea. I am still mopping up the tea that was spilt in that Q&A section at the end. I feel like I just spilt everything. No, is the expression no holds barred? No holds barred? No holds? I don't know what that expression is, but I really kind of just was so honest about everything, about online negativity, about how I feel when people on the internet do things very similarly to me, how I make money. It was a really honest Q&A, so head back to the end of the last video if you want to see that. But yeah, basically that is how I look most of the time, in leggings, post Pilates, not much makeup on, a bit of BB cream, but I've treated myself to a couple of new bits. I thought I'd quickly show you. This is an eyeshadow palette from Natasha Denona, and it has got the most beautiful colour selection. Works really beautifully in this room with all of the colours together. It's just gorgeous, and I thought perfect for autumn. Really nice big mirror in the lid as well. And then on my lips, this is also Natasha Denona. It's a really nice kind of brownie pink lip liner. In order to try and make my makeup last a little bit longer, I got a lip primer from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and then the lipstick is Taupe Beige from Anastasia Beverly Hills as well. So those are some new little bits that I treated myself to, which I've got on my face today. So the sun is actually shining, which is a pure miracle. I'm going to leave a photo on the screen here of a bridge very near our house. The river has burst its banks. In the last week we have had so much rain. It's been really, really awful for so many farmers and so many people that live in kind of lower areas of the village. So basically some villages and some people have been completely stranded because the water in that photo, for example, it's been like above car height. And I'll also take you downstairs in a second and show you our duck pond, because let's just say thank goodness that we don't have any ducks because they would be, well, they wouldn't be underwater because ducks enjoy lots of water, but the duck house is pretty much fully submerged, which is crazy. Anyway, so welcome to a brand new vlog. Don't really know what the plan is for today, but want to head out and take the boys for a nice walk. Tomorrow, hopefully, it depends if the fields are flooded, but there's meant to be a charity, it's called the 3 Hills Walk in our village, so hopefully that's going to go ahead, and then we're heading to the Bell, which is one of the Daylesford Group's pubs, for dinner, so can't wait to take you along there. It always feels very kind of springy in this room, but actually I've been having a little bit of a rejig of my clothes for autumn, so I think what I might do is I'm going to share with you a few of the key things that I will be be wearing on rotation this autumn, as well as a few little wardrobe hacks. So let's head next door where it's a little bit less pink and a little bit more suitable for autumn styling. And I'm going to show you a few of my current favourite pieces, and then we'll head out into the garden. Okay, my darlings, this is what I meant about the rest of the house being quite dark, but we've got a little bit of sunshine left for today. So this outfit here is pretty much my base outfit at all times, from the beginning of the 𝒂 months, September, October, November, December, pretty much until May, I would say. This is a classic base layer Josie outfit that I wear a variation of most days. It's the, let me tilt you down a wee bit. I am wearing quite possibly the best, most versatile, most fabulous trousers in the world. These are by Holland Cooper, and the material of them, it's almost a little bit water resistant. So if you get muddy dog paws, or if you get a splash of dirt or a mucky puddle water up at you, it will just wipe off really, really easily. They're so practical. They have got a slightly brushed lining to them as well, so very, very comfortable. I would like to put in a plea to Holland Cooper. Please, 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 may you consider bringing out these trousers in brown. I don't believe they exist. If they do, I'm purchasing them immediately, but these trousers in brown would be fabulous, because these are kind of like a fantastic like ocean green, like a seaweed mossy kind of green color, and I absolutely love them, but I wear them so much. So if we're talking about basics for an autumn wardrobe, these trousers have got to be number one. Hopefully we're going to end up going on that really fantastic walk tomorrow. If it does go ahead, it's going to be really muddy, so it's a no-brainer. These trousers are what I'll be wearing. And then let's talk about the top. So a roll neck, I would say, is another absolute essential classic part of an autumn wardrobe, and if there's something that Holland Cooper do exceptionally well, it's roll necks. I love a good roll neck. Charlie is famous for his love of roll necks, and this one is my current favourite. We've got a few really beautiful design details. This lovely little HC logo on the top here on the roll down, and then we've got the iconic gold buttons here on the cuff, and this beautiful cable detail also on the cuff. The fit is just super comfortable, really beautifully fitted to the body. Holland Cooper always use the highest quality materials, so they just feel so soft, they keep you so nice and warm, and it's got a little bit of a silky sheen to it, as you can see. So a roll neck, so warm, so stylish. I love how form-fitting it is. Tucked into these trousers, this is the base for 97% of my autumn outfits. I will just quickly show you the other colour of the top that I have got this in, which is a slightly more camely colour. So again, you've got that same beautiful cable knit detail on the sleeves, the gold buttons, and yeah, it's just in this slightly warmer tone. I would recommend getting both, because you're probably going to end up, if you're anything like me, just alternating between these all season. I'm going to leave all the pieces that I'm sharing I can't talk, sharing with you, linked in the description box down below. So the footwear that I will be getting the most use out of this autumn winter season, undoubtedly it already is these, but it will continue to be these boots. These boots, as you can tell, I've only worn them in clean places so far. That will probably change by the end of this weekend. You'll see me styling them in loads and loads of different ways. These are my dream boots. Holland Cooper boots are so comfortable, they look so chic, and yet they are the most practical. I've just noticed even my slippers that I'm wearing right now, they are Holland Cooper. They're very old, they are very well loved. I don't take them off when I go outside, so when I'm heading over to get some oat milk out of the garage or something, these stay on my feet. I'm sorry, but they do. But these are, okay, they are perfectly grippy soles on the bottom, so great when it does get a little bit icy, a little bit sloshy outside. Perfect for that, and also the thickness of the sole, it does keep your feet slightly warmer too. You've got this elasticated section here, which means they always fit you so beautifully on the legs. I'll show you. And that little bit of elasticity also just gives more movement, which makes them so incredibly comfortable and snug. So I do have these boots in black from last year, but this year I was so thrilled to see that they had brought them out in brown. I just think they are so elegant. I do struggle for places in this house with decent lighting and decent far backness to show you, but yeah, I'll find better ways over the course of the vlog to show you these in action. You can see the beautiful fit on the leg and just how absolutely stunning they are. And I love the depth of the brown as well. It's almost like a chestnut brown. So here we really do have the kind of base outfit sorted. Now, to show you the versatility, I've got some bits on the bed here. I'm going to show you a few different ways that I'll style an outfit like this. And as I said, throughout the weekend, I'll show you a few more ways because I'm pretty much going to be living in this as a base look for the weekend. So a couple of additions to really smarten up this outfit. First of all, I always feel that adding a belt smartens up these trousers, and I've never been a blazer person before, but I'm trying really hard to become one because Holland Cooper blazers are so beautifully made and they really are just fabulous pieces to add to an autumn wardrobe, and great for this time of year as well when you're maybe not quite ready for a full-on coat or jacket but you definitely need another layer. This is the solution. This has got a really nice green kind of woven section to it. Perfect. And to be honest, I might do this for tomorrow's dinner out with Rory and Nathan, where you just kind of, I mean, if you're coming to the Cotswolds for the weekend and you want to know what is the perfect outfit for going for a Sunday roast or heading to one of our pubs, then this is it. This is literally the perfect outfit for a countryside weekend. It doesn't have to be the Cotswolds, any part of the beautiful English countryside. This is the perfect outfit. So yeah, I love how it looks with this just thrown over the shoulders. There's something really beautiful and feminine about this one because it's got the gorgeous purple shade running through alongside those gorgeous browns. Just absolutely stunning. It's just quite subtle, but I love that the buttons on here match in with the buttons on there, and even actually the button detailing on the trousers. So if you really just want to be perfectly put together without being too OTT, this is perfection. When I am arriving, I'm really overthinking this, then I'll probably wear the blazer as it was intended, because then I will be nice and toasty warm. When I put together outfits like this, sorry, I'm fiddling with my hair so much and it has made the curls be not so prominent, let's just say. Yeah, when I wear blazers like this, specifically Holland Cooper ones, I'm always like, why do I not do this more often? Because I bloomin' love how this looks. I think something that I have fallen foul of in the past is blazers not fitting me on the shoulders, but Holland Cooper have got, just for me personally, my body shape, my shoulder width, it's perfect. Like, this is where my shoulder is and that is where the blazer's shoulders are. I think it makes a big difference, especially if you're not that tall as well. The fact that they give the illusion of, they've got a little bit of a shape to them, which is gorgeous. I don't know that I'd ever wear it done up, but I just, yeah, no, that's a little bit too formal for me. I love it over the shoulders. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Let's grab a bag. I think this is my favourite Holland Cooper bag that they've ever brought out, in this beautiful wool. The colour is just perfection. I have actually sprayed it with liquid proof so it will reject any liquid that comes its way. I'm currently using it actually as the bag that I take with me to Pilates, so it's got a shopping tote in there. It's got my post-Pilates face mist, 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. It has got a Jo Malone Rose Amber cologne and also a very hairy hairbrush from Kent. That's what's in this bag, so it's such a good size. And even if I don't need this, I can fit most of my shopping in here afterwards, and it's just gorgeous. I love a big bag, I really do. And yeah, this one has been coming with me pretty much everywhere lately. It's just truly a gem. But let's be honest, we don't need to always be super smart. So I'm going to remove the belt and remove the blazer and show you some of the other ways that I style this base outfit. There's the obvious one with a gilet. If I'm just pottering down to the garden, there is a squirrel with a walnut in his mouth on top of the conifer hedge. Can you see him? He's burying the walnut in the hedge. Oh, it's only focusing on the window pane. That's so annoying. Well, oh, he's doing a little tail. He's twerking. He's literally twerking. I wish it would focus on him. Sorry, that was so funny. He was literally like, had his tail out and he was like, Squirrel twerking. Leave squirrel twerking in your comment down below if you want people to wonder what on earth they are going to be seeing in this video. Yes, 𝑭𝒂𝒕 gilets, they are the best. Look at this colour. It's like a burgundy, beautiful colour of the season, beautiful trim, lovely little logo there. And I love the fact, this is how they don't overlook any detail. I love the fact that the zip and the zipper is bronze. It's antique bronze, like how perfectionish is that. The pockets have got little press studs on them, so you can keep it svelte if you want to, or you can keep your hands in them. The pockets are lined as well, so if you're out on a chilly dog walk, then your hands are nice and toasty warm. If burgundy is not your thing and you want to stick to the classics, then green gilet as well. Of course I've got a dog poo bag in the pocket. Yeah, this is probably my go-to base layer underneath a waxed jacket as well. I'll normally stick my super old Barber over the top of this for dog walks and things like that. Nipping out into the garden, even the other day, taking the bins out, the not so glamorous things too. We all need like practical layers and outfits for this time of year, especially if you are living in the countryside. I don't know how, I'm sure there are ways of styling things like this in the city, but if you're countryside bound, this is the uniform. And then it won't be long until I'm going to be needing to apply some puffer action to my outfits. So this is by far the most fabulous puffer jacket I think I've ever seen. I couldn't believe it when I saw this detail. It's got a cable knit built within it. So you only need to do this up, and it looks like you've taken the time to really beautifully layer up with a cable knit, but it's actually fully built in to the jacket, which I absolutely love. The pockets, you can access them from the side, which is super convenient when you're out and about, or if you want to pop something safe, you can do the little press stud up. If it does end up raining tomorrow, I probably will end up wearing this, and if you want double the kind of protection from the elements, because puffer is really, really warm and very wind resistant, this would be a little bit more airy but still warm. Then you can obviously just do up the zip. Haven't worn this out of the house yet, so I've still got the label attached, but don't worry, that will be removed very soon. I also really like the colour of this. It's kind of bronzy. It's going to protect me from the elements. So this is something else you'll be seeing me getting a lot of wear out of this season. I can't believe how quickly we're losing the light today. It really is autumn. It is autumn, the days are drawing in. Look at the back detail on this fleece, it's just perfection. This is the slightly newer, updated style of 𝑭𝒂𝒕 country fleece. And what they've done is they've made it really, really flattering by having these little cords inside, so you can cinch it in and make it more fitted around the waist if the heart desires. If the heart does not desire, then you can just let it out, let it run to its extremities, and then it's just kind of like a boxy fitting fleece, or you can cinch it in and create an ever so slightly subtle, more feminine silhouette where it just leans in and gives you that little bit of shaping. Still have the design details that we know and love, such as the bronze zipper and that trim on the edge and the trim on the pockets and the press stud on the pockets in case we want to keep anything safe. So there we go, my darlings. These are some of my absolute favourite essentials and things that I'll be wearing over and over and over again throughout the autumn months. If you ever want to know any of my 𝑭𝒂𝒕 favourites, I do have an edit page, and we'll leave that really clearly marked out in the description box down below, so you can always go there if you want to know where any of my pieces or which specific versions any of my pieces are. Everything is linked in that edit. But I'm going to keep this on now as I head to take the boys out for a little trot, a little muddy trot across the fields. Let's get going. Cloud, but the sun has now snuck out from underneath it, so it's the perfect time to take my sweet little boys for a quick walk while we wait for Char to get back home. Come here please, my Dexy. Oh, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. You want to come with us too, dear Dexy? There's that real crisp autumnalness in the air and that little slight hint. Am I blurry? Let's see if I can focus. A little slight hint of the smell of smoke from people lighting their fires. Love how these are turning this beautiful colour. Going to take a little trog with me in case there are any blackberries left. I'm getting dragged along. Yay, there's a few blackberries left in the bushes. The hedgerows have been cut by the farmers, but luckily some of them are still going strong. My loot so far. Come on, my good boys. Wow, look at this. I don't know if you guys can see this very clearly because it's so camouflage, but here in the hedge is a perfectly shaped bird's nest. Someone has obviously made their home here, obviously after the hedges got cut. That's why farmers have to be quite mindful of when they cut their hedges, because if it gets too late in the year then they could be destroying birds' nests. I can actually see a few more started in there, but this one is in such perfect form. Well done, little bird. If any of you are bird experts and know what kind of bird would have made this, can you tell that by a nest? I don't know. Let me know if you know. Come on, babies. Come on, slow coaches. Oh, you're a good boy. Come on, Dexy. Come on, Dexy. Especially important at this time of year not to take too many berries. Make sure you leave plenty on the plant for the birds, because they're going to be fattening themselves up ready for winter. So only take maximum, I would say, 1/3 of the berries from each little cluster, leaving plenty for the little birds. Well, I didn't end up doing too badly at all, really. That's a pretty good loot. In fact, I think tomorrow morning I'll put together my smoothie jars for the week, and we'll have blackberry flavour for the next 6 or so smoothies. Back home to a very cosy living room. The boys have had their paws cleaned and Charlie has lit the fire. The classic Jenga of kindling before the logs go on. Is this echinacea? Not 100% sure, but it's quite nice to have potted plants indoors at this time of year when there's not quite as much in the kitchen garden. And it lasts a lot longer too. Oh, are you telling me it's dinner time? Yes, it is. Come on then, let me sort it for you. Perfect, easy Friday evening dinner. What's on the menu, darling?
Lasagna.
Lasagna.
You can't say lasagna without doing that.
Lasagna.
This is the vegetable one.
No, wait, what was it? Fantastico.
Fantastico.
And you throw it away.
Best
Fantastico.
language in the world, Italian.
Yes, show me.
I haven't got the menu actually. It's
no.
an aubergine parmigiana lasagna. So there is they call it the DIY aubergine lasagna. These are all compostable. So these arrive. This is the aubergine mix. This is the
Tomato
mix. You've got the fresh pasta sheets, which really make a big difference, and the cheese sauce.
And we add our own parmesan on top.
So I mean, look, it's not crazy healthy, but it's also, if you're going to go unhealthy, at least it's something you build and it's fresh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
so
nice. Right, you prepare that and I'll prepare the puppy's dinner. Here we go. Lasagna al forno. Oh, careful, don't tip it up too much.
Lovely.
That smells
good.
Incredible.
Yeah, we'll have to make one from scratch soon.
Yeah, I love making lasagna.
Yeah.
I'll do one next week. Next week.
You know what I'll crave next Friday? I think we need to do a nice cottage pie.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with shepherd's pie.
Cottage.
Right.
Get in my belly. Good morning, my darlings. It is now Saturday morning. The sun is shining. It's actually gone midday. It's not technically the morning. We spent a very long morning at the gym this morning doing cold plunges, saunering, even spent a little bit of time in the outdoor heated pool, which was lovely. And then we actually had a breakfast meeting, which we wouldn't normally do on a Saturday, but this was special circumstances. And then we went into the shop, met lots of friendly faces, and now we're back home. So we have got some sausage rolls that we're heating up in the 𝑭𝒂𝒕, gonna have a little bit of a snacky lunch, and then spend the rest of the afternoon in the garden. It's a pretty nice afternoon, a little bit of blue sky, a little bit of clouds, perfect for gardening when you've got plenty of layers on. I think the garden is springing back to life after a chilly morning and after all the rain. Ooh, I did tell you I was going to show you the pond. It's ridiculous. The duck house is 3/4 submerged, as is the planted area, and yes, it is very much still completely green. This will be a project for another year. You can see on the duck house where the green line is, that's how high the water used to be, so we're going to have to give that a very good jet washing. Oh dear. Dexter is looking very optimistically at the sausage rolls. Mine is actually the herby cheese and potato one that they make at Daylesford, which is absolutely delicious. Charlie's got the classic, and I think we're going to have some crisps with them. I don't know if he wanted to give that to Lala or if he's having two. I'm not too sure. This is how you make your sausage roll experience even more elite, with a spoonful of strong English mustard and the best crisps in the entire world. I love the truffle flavour, but when you've got other flavours involved, the olive oil one is perfecto. Sweet. So I've just come to a field near our house because I know that there is a damson tree in here, and I thought I would try making a damson and rose petal jelly jam, but I'm not sure if there will still be any damsons left because we're reaching the end of damson season. But if you watched the vlog, I think it was probably even this time last week, where we had Liz over, Liz Knight, who literally wrote the book on foraging. It's just really inspired me to make the most out of the ingredients that we've got right on our doorsteps for free. Aha! Here we go. We have got lots of lovely damsons. Perfect. Let's get picking. You definitely don't need to wear gloves to do this, by the way, but I'm trying to actually protect this manicure. And after I tinted my fingers purple yesterday on the blackberries, I thought I would play it safe. Well, that was a very successful forage. This is going to be perfect for making a few batches of jam. So great to know that this wonderful supply of ingredients is on the doorstep. And you can see that lots of them, for example over here, they're starting to turn. I don't know why the birds haven't got to these. Maybe they're fat enough as it is. They've got plenty of food, but it means all the more for me to forage. Okie doke, back at the house, and here are the ingredients. I've decided I'm going to add in blackberries, so this is going to be more of a hedgerow jam than just a plain old damson. Not that you normally find hedgerows in roses? Roses in hedgerows, but I thought it would just be a really lovely combination. I've just been taking some photos of this little setup on this. I mentioned this in my last video. This was one of my very first cameras, the Olympus pen. And I really want to get into the habit of sharing more recipes over on our website. So I don't know if it'll be live. I'll try and make it live by the time this video goes out. I'll put all the exact quantities and ingredients that I'm using for my hedgerow jam. And I'm just going to try and be a little bit more regular. So if I keep this with me as a quick snap and go, you know, the images, they're not quite as snazzy as if I was to shoot on the Leica or the Sony, but I think I'll be more regular snapping with this. So there we go. Recipe will be on the website down below. To weigh out the damsons to figure out how much sugar to put in. So let's see. Okay, almost 700 grams. Okay, my damsons are in here on a low heat. We had 700 grams, so we want about 75% of that, which I think is around 525 of sugar. It's when you make your own jam that you realise how sugary jam is. So this is going to go in here, and I'm going to keep stirring very slowly over the next 20 minutes. Whoa! Okay, this is looking and smelling good, so I've just cut up my rose petals and added those in. We've got the blackberries, we've got the sugar. I am actually using this time jam sugar, just because I happen to have some, but actually unrefined sugar is fine because there is plenty of pectin in the fruits that we're using here, so mine will be quite a well-setting jelly, hopefully. This is going to be so delicious. Okay, it's about 20 minutes later. My sugar has pretty much all melted, so I'm about to move it to a higher heat. But first, this is my little selection of jars that we're going to be keeping it in. This one is for us in our fridge. This one is going to be for Lila. No, I don't have 3 of the same kind of jar. Never mind. And then this one I'm going to take to give to Rory and Nathan this evening. Nathan is also a really, well, I say also as though I'm a good cook. Nathan also enjoys cooking and making fun things, so I feel like he will especially appreciate this. First of all, we need to sterilize these, and the way that you can do that is obviously put them through a very hot dishwasher or just whack them in the oven for 5 minutes, which is what I'm gonna do. Okay, now let's move this over, and I'll keep stirring it while it comes to the boil. It does start boiling pretty quickly, so you've got to be on it with your stirring. I did just do a little taste test, and it is possibly the greatest tasting jam I have ever experienced. Now at this stage we might start to see the seeds or the pips from the damsons rising to the surface, and if they do, I will catch them and get rid of them because we don't want too many of those in our lovely jam. So now it's time for the fiddly bit. We've got to try and get rid of as many of the damson pips as possible, which are these little bits, because we definitely don't want these in our jam. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that did take a little bit longer than I intended. All in all, over an hour for 2 jars of jam, but let's give it a little taste test. It's very jelly-ish, which always amazes me, like science and whoever discovered how to make things turn to jelly. Very, very cool, but amazing consistency. I have been tasting it all the way through, but finished product taste test. That is sensational. This is the best jam I have ever tasted, seriously. And it cost me ⅓ bag of sugar. That's it. All the other ingredients were foraged. My hedgerow and rose jam. I will definitely be making this again in the future. I just double dipped. Oops. Oh well, this is the one that we're keeping in our fridge anyway. And now, while I wait for them to cool down, this would be a great way to use the jam actually. If only I knew how to make donuts. I've got a strawberry and rose fresh donut from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. And I've got somebody waiting here just in case I drop any crumbs. So this is the final stage, most crucial on the one that I'm going to give to Rory and Nathan. But I'm going to label the jam. These are just some tags that I normally use for Christmas gifts. Obviously the tags are way too big for the jars, but you know, it's what I've got in the house. And then these are actually fabric samples. So when we get new fabrics for the curtains and the blinds and things like that at Strawtop Cottage, we get these little samples and they make for perfect little tops on jars. So that's what I'm going to do with a Sharpie and some garden twine. Well, is that not just the most wholesome little thing ever? My very own homemade hedgerow jam with a recycled fabric lid and gardening twine to attach it. I think it's rather wonderful and so nice to have homemade goodies and give some beautiful homemade treats. So there we go. I hope that some of you guys might give this a try. Obviously each season the hedgerow contains different things, so it'll be slightly different flavour, but Damson, Blackberry and Rose, not a bad one to start with, and it is so yummy. Good evening, my darlings. This lighting is very, very warm. It's 7 o'clock and it is already pretty much pitch black outside, which is very much a sign that autumn is well and truly here. So this evening, Charlie and I are heading over to the Bell in Charlbury and we're meeting Rory and Nathan. It was Nathan's birthday recently, so it's going to be really lovely to celebrate with them. Outfit of the evening, I have got on pretty much head to toe Holland Cooper. The boots I just absolutely love. I think that they are officially my favourite autumn footwear. These trousers I've had for quite some time, but they're just a really lovely colour. The blouse I am beyond in love with. I showed you a blouse from another brand that was a bow detail, but it had and this was a couple of weeks ago, but it had buttons all down here that you had to undo every time you want to put it on and off, whereas this one actually has, can you see, a little hidden zip? So it is the most ridiculously easy thing to put on and off. I need to tighten my bow. But yeah, I love it. It is absolutely gorgeous. This little gilet is from 𝑚 and it's a really nice way of adding a little layer on top, and you can just see a little sneak peek of my belt as well, which is also Holland Cooper, and it's kind of croc effect, I guess you could say. I'm going to take this bag with me. It goes with all of the tones, so we're ready. Oh, let me also show you my jewellery. I just unboxed some new pieces from Monica Vinader. They've got some really lovely new pearl bits. Also this ring. I struggle with rings at the moment because obviously I love my Ultra Human, which is my tracking ring that tracks my sleep, my steps, everything, and I don't really know how to style stuff with it, so I feel like a beginner again when it comes to ring styling. But this one from Monica Vinader I would ordinarily just wear it on my middle finger. If this ring was easier to get on and off, I'd probably just wear the Monica Vinader, but I couldn't be bothered to do a switch around this evening, but I love it. Anyway, we're gonna hit the road, so I'll see you at the Bell. We've just arrived at the Bell, and Charlie's telling me about the trees on the driveway.
Well, I'm just admiring them, whilst also commenting on how much each of them would have been.
What kind of tree are they? No. What are they?
No, what are they? I actually don't know what they are.
They look like a kind of 𝑴𝒆 with the spiky leaves.
They are almost a kind of 𝑴𝒆, or are they a kind of maple? I really don't know. Or are they an English plane tree?
Not sure. Maybe someone watching can tell us.
About between 7,000 and 10,000 a tree.
Blimey, that's not a cheap tree. I'm sure she got them on a trade price. Anyway, here we are, super cozy, and we are super hungry.